Now Michelle Miller with the story of a smooth operator.
Sylvester Stallone had the muscle, but some of the best moves in Rocky belong to a behind-the-scenes cinematic champ. The same guy who gave us chills with every hotel hallway turn in The Shining. And also made sure audiences had a forest chase to remember in Return of the Jedi.
It consists of 4 things that make it work.
Meet Garrett Brown, a one-time folk singer who revolutionized movies with the Stedi-Cam. How would you describe yourself?
I'm an inventor. I think I'm a better inventor than I ever was cameraman or director.
You single-handedly changed the way the world views film.
Wow.
Wow, but true. Before his creation, this is how Hollywood would get those smooth-moving shots, with cameras put on platforms called dollies or rolled on rails. Anything handheld would shake and bounce. Garrett Brown figured out a better way. In 1974, this was his solution. The camera stabilizing system, or Stedi-Cam, where no matter how you would tilt the camera, the picture would always remain level.
When you walk around, your shot, what you see doesn't jerk around, doesn't jump, it doesn't. We have this wonderful little stabilizer in our heads. The inner ear tells your eye muscles what to do. So, if you do this, move your head up and down, looking at me, that's stable, right? This is handheld. And that's why we don't love handheld.
You don't like that?
Action.
Brown paved the way for Stedi-Cam operators like Michael Craven.
Garrett's invention has given me the ability to express myself through a moving image in a way that has never been possible before. It's really quite incredible.
In the mid-1970s, Garrett made a Stedi-Cam demo film of his girlfriend, now wife, running in Philadelphia. Producers took notice. So did the director of a low-budget boxing film. If you had never used the steps for the Philadelphia Art Museum in your demo, chances are Rocky would never have used the steps or never run the steps.
Possibly, yeah, probably.
That most iconic scene might not be there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? That's an invention.
I love it. I love
it. With Rocky, offers started pouring in for Brown, like from Stanley Kubrick, who asked him to work on The Shining.
The Maze, yeah. I actually shot almost all the moving shots in that film, all the stuff in the corridors, all the moving, and he had in his mind this eerie smoothness. And that we were able to deliver. That almost turned it into the hotel's point of view.
Next, Martin Scorsese wanted him to shoot Raging Bull.
I did the shot with De Niro coming down and into the ring and all that. That was great. As soon as I started shooting in the ring, Scorsese had his guy pull me over and said, "You're fired." I said,
"What?"
I said, "Why?" He says, "It looks too much like Rocky."
The director would give him another chance with Casino.
Scorsese did hire me again. That's one of my favorite shots, actually.
The Stedi-Cam was a game changer, says University of Pennsylvania film professor Peter DeCherney.
For the first time, you can have a smooth experience of moving through space, much more closely to our natural experience.
That was the cameraman's perspective. What was the audience's perspective?
It allowed the audience member to feel really connected to the experience of the camera, so you can move through space in an almost embodied way.
The 75-year-old, who won an Oscar for his technical achievement, had big ideas beyond the big screen. His many innovations include the Sky Cam, the Fly Cam, the Dive Cam. He even has a mini Stedi-Cam for a smartphone. And it all goes back to these steps, where on this day, kids couldn't resist them. And in a corner, boxers sparred. Does this ever get old?
No, it's fantastic. I love it up here.
And what better way to celebrate Garrett Brown and his creation than by recreating the shot he made famous all those years ago.
Let's go.
Are you doing it? You really do